from anywhere in the world. As long as you have a drink, it's happy half hour.
After so long, that song still a banger.
Needed that.
Can't believe I'm the only one with earphones in, so I can really listen to it. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's the gang. We are back for another happy half hour. It has been a while. It has been a while. Well, first, let's cheersies.
Cheersies.
Hey. Delicious.
Sweet taste of being back.
Exciting news if you're watching this, and you probably just watched the prequel. We had a double release today, which will be tomorrow. So today's Thursday, September 2nd. Unbelievable. A double release tomorrow. You're a kid already, so this is a good start. But you guys, Tyler, you just had surgery on your knee. Hope you're feeling good. You're looking good. How are you?
I'm great. Yeah, I got one bad wheel now, but we're gonna get it right. And I can still drink. I still got both hands, so I'm doing okay.
Good. I had surgery on my face. I'm doing well. I'm Luke. And Kyle, what are you planning to have surgery on? Because I think you have to do something.
The doctors have recommended that I go through some sort of penis shortening procedure, but I don't know if I'm willing to pull the trigger on it just yet.
Val, let me know how that goes.
Okay.
All right, so we got a great episode. It is, like I said, September 2nd. It's back to school, kind of, for all the schools around here, for all the colleges. And first, I want to know, if you guys were teachers, what subject would you
teach? I think this one is pretty easy for me, and it's a subject that I believe should be taught in all schools. Sports gambling. Why are we not teaching the youths how to gamble on sports?
Responsibly.
Right. See, the way I thought about it, it's kind of like, did you ever have one of those friends who never drank in high school, then when they got to college, just drank way too much? If we just ease the kids into sports gambling, it was you. You were the friend. You were the friend. If we just ease the kids into sports gambling at a young age, they won't be such degenerates like us when they finally become adults.
I didn't want to spam this with plugs so early, but there is it is such a hot beginning of the season that if you guys jump on now, you are going to win so much money. So Kyle's got a couple blogs up. This will be posted, not in time for the Thursday games, but there are games tonight, Friday. Tonight's Thursday, but there are games when you're watching this tonight, Friday. There are games Saturday. Kyle has lunch. It's Sunday. There's a Sunday game.
There's 4 straight days of college football. I'm so excited.
So Kyle has lines up there. Jump on board, because it can't get hotter than what we are right now. I know. You can't.
I'm excited to see
Everybody wants to fade Foxy because that's popular. No, it's Kyle's money shot. Okay. So check those out. Check out the blogs. Tyler, Mr. Brazzle, Mr. Brothers.
Yes. For me, it's pretty easy. Ancient Mesopotamia, Fertile Crescent. I lived for 6th grade social studies. That was my era. Xerxes, that whole thing. I just, like, of all my classes growing up, like, that's the one that stuck with me. So I think I would like teaching that one.
I love how that was a pretty easy Ancient Mesopotamia.
Oh, it was simple. And I mean, maybe it's, 6th grade is the peak of adolescence, and like Xerxes' name backwards spelled sex rex, and like every time they would say Xerxes, like a couple of us would like look at each other, and so that just always stuck with me.
Beautiful.
How about yourself, Luke?
So I actually, little known fact maybe, I wanted to be a teacher. So my senior year of high school, I wanted to go to college to be a teacher, to be a math teacher. So pretty boring answer, but I legitimately wanted to be a math teacher. Talked to some of my teachers, and they're like, don't
do it.
Yeah. And honestly, they were being serious. They're like, you have to teach to a test. You don't get to teach your own materials. And they had been teachers for 20, 30 years, and I was really close to them. So I've always kind of thought that after I semi-retire, I would go back and be a teacher. I don't know if that's the case.
I believe you were my substitute teacher once or twice.
I was a substitute teacher, and that rocked. Okay.
Luke was the best. If we knew we were having Mr. Maurer, it basically meant I don't give a fuck what you kids do. Just don't get me in trouble.
If he was in the school, he was rolling that big TV down the hall. So that you
One time I subbed for art and I had to write a story for another one of our friends, Alex, friend of the podcast. I had to write a story for his English class that was due that day. Got that done for him. I think he got an A. We had a pretty good gig. We knew the secretary, Adam Land, and I knew the secretary. So she would call us 1 and 2 every time we needed a sub. And I did this while I was commuting for school. I did mostly high school, but one day I did elementary, and indoor recess was in my classroom, and it was Santa's Secret Shop. So if you don't know what Santa's Secret Shop is, it is where the kids get to bring in money and they go buy things for their families for Christmas, and it's really awesome, really fun as a kid. But a kid in my class, he didn't quite have enough money to buy what he wanted, and I'm like, God, I got to help this kid out. Like, he's legit, like I'm like, what, anything you want, buddy, what do you need? And he brought up a Colts Peyton Manning doll.
Oh,
like,
no.
Nope, go fuck yourself. I wouldn't do it. I was like, I'm not buying it for you, man. I'm sorry. Your family is going to think you suck as a kid because I'm not buying you that Christmas present.
Ask the wrong Bengals fan to buy him that.
Got rules.
Luke, I feel like we find all these commonalities in our friendship over the year or so we've been doing this. And I too actually was, when I was graduating from high school, I said I'm going to be a high school teacher / coach or accountant. And I went to like multiple people to see like, and I got like tests done to see like what I should do. And they all came like split down the middle. And then one guy was finally like, you can come back and teach later, like go be an accountant. And then like, if you don't like it, come back, or be an accountant for a while and then come and teach.
Yeah, that's so funny because I wanted to be a coach too. Like, I wanted to coach basketball. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could coach basketball while I do it. I'm not good at it. I just thought that I could teach it well, you know?
I coached for 3 years in college, and one of my teams lost 17 games straight. So I was not good at it either, but I loved every second of it.
Oh man,
Kids are around.
I'm great with kids, though. Really good with kids. So back to school, I do want to stick with the subject on any back to school memories that you guys might have. Just with this time of the year, if you have any favorite memories, favorite teachers, or anything that you want to bring up.
I think it's like divided into 2 sections for back to school memories for me. Like as a kid, it was basically just so excited to wear my newest polo, newest pair of cargo shorts, and my new shoes the first day. It was quite a look. And then like as I grew older and like in college, my favorite part about new school year was just getting back and drinking with everybody. I always really enjoyed getting back there like the Thursday before classes started and just getting hammered for a few days with no class.
Can't argue with that.
My favorite thing about college was the fact that I commuted, so I got to go to the college parties the first weekend when everybody was coming back, and I could just act a fool because those people wouldn't see me again for a few months, and I'd be out of trouble, hands clean. I talk a little bit. I mentioned some other podcasts coming out, or I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but we have some other podcasts coming out too. I talk a little bit about some back to school stuff, so I won't overdo it there. But Tyler, what are some of your memories on back to school, or anything that sticks out to you?
Kind of what you said. I also, in my days at IUPUI, commuted to 7 different colleges across the state of Indiana, and I too avoided my problems. If something happened on a weekend, like, well, I guess we can't go back there for a couple months, let things calm down.
Gotta let it breathe.
Yeah, so that was always fun. It was like, oh, there's like this party at IU this weekend. We're like, remember like 3 weeks ago? We're like, that's right. Yeah, we should probably go to Ball State. That was my college experience, essentially. I spent a quarter of my time at every college.
So this has less to do with back to school, but more of the time frame. Got to talking with one of my friends today, and this banger that I think you guys will enjoy, if I get it to play here, is what I just always remember about some of the greatest times. So let's see if this will play here.
I heard it.
I heard the intro.
Yeah, it died instantly, but I heard the intro.
Just the one period in our lives where there was a punk rock craze and every song was a banger. Like, so that there was Newfound Glory, there was the All
Yep.
American Rejects. Bowling for Soup might be one of the greatest bands ever.
Absolutely.
Like Blink 182 was good and maybe they were original, but there was like a group of bands in that time that were just amazing. Even Simple Plan. I mean, so we went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and
Oh, yeah.
that kind of reminds me of back to school.
I mean, I
Nice.
think I agree with that. And like every like high school like movie that was coming out in that era, like there was like an intro song where like they're walking on
Yeah.
campus backpack, and one of those songs
Yes.
from somebody was playing in the background.
It was either or every American Pie movie, which kind of dealt with like older high school kids going to college. That was their soundtracks. It was those bands, and it was great.
Hey,
All right, no more school, no more kids. Okay, how's that?
You're doing great, Daddy Luke. You're doing great. Watching all three of them.
But yeah, let's not question my parenting ability.
Wait,
But
there's
speaking
three
of
of them?
kids, speaking of growing up, a couple things that really stick out to me. This is going to be vague, but I think once we start talking about it, it may get a little make a little more sense. But what's something that people take for granted today, or even growing up, that you just never had?
This one, I think that people take for granted, maybe, that I never had. Dishwasher. Never had a dishwasher. I feel like that's pretty commonplace in the household these days. My parents still don't have a dishwasher. It was always by hand. And then just maybe not taken for granted, but something I never had growing up, was always super jealous of: Nintendo 64. Never had one and always wanted one so bad. But so taken for granted, dishwasher. Things I never had but really wanted: Nintendo 64.
yeah, I'll parlay off that, Kyle. We were not allowed to have video games, and like for somebody who loves video games, like was brutal for me to be like, I would beg my friend to let me come over to his house to play some Halo on the original Xbox. And my parents like finally caved when I was a freshman in high school and got us a GameCube. And when I was a freshman, Xbox 360 had been out for like 2.5 years. So they were like, hey, here's this thing that's 7 generations behind. And at the time I was like devastated. But now GameCube is the greatest system ever, and I play it everywhere. But I never played video games. There were no video games in our house like until like sophomore year, probably they were allowed. So
Nice.
Dishwasher is definitely one for me, but one, I think I may have told you guys this one day, but paper towels. Like, I never grew up with paper towels. We had napkins and lots of them, but when
I thought you were just gonna
bought a
say
house,
like
I was
normal
like,
towels. No, just napkins. just the worst version of paper towels.
Yeah, but when I bought my first roll, I'm like, these things they're nice.
It's
They're so nice.
also a dead
fine linens.
right. It's also a dead giveaway. If you go to a restaurant that instead of napkins just has a roll of paper towels on the table, you know that food's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be good. Fat
Yeah.
Man.
They're
Shout out
like,
Fat Man.
yeah, right. Napkins aren't going to work for this food. You need a roll of paper towels to get through, and you're like, this is going to be awesome.
I think I mentioned this on the last podcast we did. Actually, I think we talked about napkins. How my dad, as a housewarming gift in 2018, like my first apartment out of college, got me a Costco thing of napkins, and I'm still working through it. Like I still have a significant.
It's
amount.
just. I think I usually keep the napkins like when I get fast food, and like I'll take them into the apartment. Like I just never use them. Like if paper towels are there, I'm never going to use a napkin.
Napkins belong in a glove box. That's the
Yes,
only place they belong.
that's where most of them end up. Yes.
Yes.
My parents used to buy the like big pack of napkins and then set them out or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I guess that's what you buy. So I bought some. I still have them from probably 8 years ago. I'm like, how do you get rid of these things?
I'll try setting them out in the middle of the table sometimes, and then like they just get like shoved right back up in the cabinet. It's like, we're not doing that. Let's put a paper towel.
People are like, napkins, we'll just use our shirts.
Yeah.
Fine.
Essentially, it's like there's 45 napkins in front of you, and they're just like wiping it down here.
Yeah.
So keeping with kind of the food topic a little bit, stores, like when you go shopping, are there items that you definitely will buy versus make, or vice versa. You would like never make, you'll never buy, but you'll always make it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I'm growing. I thought about this. I'm growing in this category, but I'm terrified of chicken, of like cooking chicken. I'm just like so scared I'm gonna undercook it, and then like I overcook it. And I'm like, this sucks. Like this is terrible. And so like for a long time, and I'm 75% of the time I still do this. I bought some like pre-made chicken and make that, or make the roommate make me the fresh chicken. But I'm terrified of buying like raw chicken and cooking it.
You'll get there. You'll get there. It's easy. Like the good thing about chicken though is like it's not super expensive. It's not like you're making a steak bad. You make a chicken bad. There's lots of chickens. You'll be all right. Practice makes perfect, pal. You'll get there. One for me. I think this is what I thought of because like they're delicious. I don't even know how you go about making them. Crescent rolls. How the fuck do you make a crescent roll? But those things are awesome.
You can't beat that fluffiness.
Yeah, like the Pillsbury Doughboy can like. They're awesome. I don't even know I don't know what's in the dough. I don't know how it gets those layers, but yeah. I'm never even going to attempt to make crescent rolls. I just buy them.
I'll say, Kyle, in the similar category of things that come in like the roll thing, like
yeah.
I loved making my own pizza from scratch. Did the whole process, but it's like also like, you're telling me I could skip that whole step and just get the whole thing.
Just get a roll of pizza dough. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably going to do that.
I'll do that. What about you, Luke?
Well, a couple things come to mind. One, I remember having chicken when be quiet. Having chicken when I first had a house, first time I'm making it, and I like throw it in the oven for what I feel like is the appropriate amount of time, get it out, cut into it to eat it, and it's just raw in the middle. I'm like, this was not good.
Oh man.
What's he got? Mini muffins there?
Was that a snack?
Blowing his nose.
Okay. Good job.
The other thing, you just mentioned in muffins, one thing that I will never forget is when I lived by myself in Shelbyville. I was a mile away from the B-Dubs, and some of my friends were going, and they're like, meet us for a drink. And I was like, okay. And I was killing time beforehand, baking some muffins, and left, went to B-Dubs and had drinks for 2 hours, came back, walked in, and I just like walked in and I was like, fuck the muffins. And it just like a smell of burnt hit me. And I like instantly took them out, went outside, threw them on the grass. Like, thankfully the house didn't burn down. These things were, it would chip concrete is what it would do if you threw it. Like they were so, yeah, there are growing pains, Tyler. You'll get there.
And the worst part is, those muffins were going to be awesome if you just could have eaten them.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I was when the roommate lived at Kyle's apartment downtown.
Not with me, same building.
Same building. So it's about 20 minutes from where I lived at the time. I was just asleep. And I wake up in the middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m. and I go, oh, fuck, I left the coffee pot on. And I've been there for like 7 hours. And I was like sitting there, I was like, did I dream that? Or like, should I go home? And I just like, it's like 2 a.m. maybe. And I was like, I'm going home. Like, there's no way. And I got there and it was roasting and smoking. I was like, this place was about to burn down if I did not come back here. Like, I don't know what, like God slapped me in the face and said like, wake the fuck up and get home. Like,
oh man.
It's
What
the
kind
old
of
dread to throw
muffins, by the
something
way?
in the oven, fall asleep, and forget about it.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before in college. Come back, throw something in the oven, pass out, wake up to the smoke alarm. Just
Yeah.
classic move. Classic.
yeah, we fell asleep in, I was visiting my buddy in Iowa. We fell asleep and we woke up just all sweating because we left the oven open while the pizza was cooking.
Just turn the place into a sauna.
Can I get a quick poll of what everybody's favorite muffin is?
Sure. On 3,
Yep.
1.
Well, hold on. What was the question?
What is everyone's favorite muffin? On 3.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Blueberry.
Blueberry. Yeah! We did it.
Blueberry muffins are so damn good.
Is that because that's the only ones we've had?
No, I mean, I've
Okay.
had others. I mean, poppy seed's trash.
Yeah, garbage.
Get out of here. Chocolate chip is classic, but doesn't do like it's like a standard muffin. But blueberry, a good
Blueberry just
muffin.
hits the spot.
Oh,
So good.
I think I have had every muffin, and blueberry still
Ooh,
wins.
good to know. Good to know.
If there's a muffin, I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. I'll try two.
Were the muffins you burnt blueberry muffins?
Yes, they
Damn
were.
it. Damn it.
All right. Well, a little shorter today probably, but we're gonna leave you here. We got some college football to prep for. Like I said, read the blogs, make the bets. You're not gonna want to miss it. And we vow to be back very soon. We're gonna be back soon. We're gonna get back to this.
And I'm trying to harass Tyler into start blogging. So if you could tweet at him and tell him that he needs to start
Man.
blogging, that
tell me what you
that
want
would
to
be
blog.
great.
Tweet at me. Let me know. I don't know Twitter.
Tweet at me, tweet at Luke, tweet at the account, and just say, "Hey, that Tyler kid should blog about blank," and we'll hold him to it.
Is the Opinions Anonymous email address working or?
Ugh, just
it's on Twitter.
Tweet at us. Tweet at
Twitter.
everybody.
We've lost all communication to the outside world other than Twitter or Facebook. If
Yeah,
you
that'll
have
work too.
Facebook.
If you let me know what you want me to blog about, I'll write about it.
there we go.
That's dangerous.
Nick Cage came out with a new movie. Maybe
I missed
reviewed-
the
maybe
Sunday
I removed-
scaries.
There you go. Just move Nick Cage Movie of the Month Club into Word format.
Speaking of that, I don't want to get off the rails. I know we were about to outro, but
Nope. Carry on.
our Nick Cage Movie of the Month Facebook page, where we live streamed all of our reviews, was hacked 2 weeks ago.
Oh no.
I don't get on Facebook often just to like check for birthdays. And as I was laying with my bum knee, I logged on and I was like, it was like your account or Nick Cage Movie of the Month name has been changed to Nordstrom Rack somewhere, Illinois. And I was like,
Huh.
that's weird. Like somebody got into my group, which like in our prime, we had a couple hundred people listening. They weren't listening for long, but they would follow it and like tune in at some point.
Yeah.
And I like texted the other guy who did it with me, and I was like, "Hey, like, what's? Did you get hacked or did I get hacked?" Because this guy like somehow got the, and he's like, "Oh shit, I was." And he's like, "Oh shit, he bought $200 worth of ads to like put on with it." So we had, I was like, "Is that a thing? Like you hack into somebody, take their group, change it to like some fake like store or something, and then pay for ads to like push it to the, I don't know, but it was wild." So we switched the name back and we're like, we're gonna get like $200 worth of like
For
traffic.
ads. Yeah. Hell yeah. Really backfired on that guy.
Sorry to go on that tangent.
Can you do that for us?
I'll see. I'll send him a message.
All right. Well, I had fun. It was good to be back. Let's
No,
say
it was
that.
great to be back.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So we will see everyone soon. And until next time, let's enjoy it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.